You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, GH fans. We need to dig into what Esme Prince is doing. I wonder if she's being really dumb or just really damn smart right now. She's supposedly heading to see her nanny Maggie, but I wonder if she's doing something else entirely. We'll have to wait and see next week, but I do have some ideas about this plot twist. And hey, it's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to dig in and find out who's in danger from evil Esme now that the truth is out. But first, please click subscribe so you don't miss any General Hospital news and spoilers. So, Esme left a letter that's supposedly from her nanny Maggie Fitzgerald. It was found in Alexis Davis's office. In the letter, Maggie asked Esme to come visit her in Toronto, Canada. And then the cops do some digging, and Dante comes to tell Laura that Esme bought a one-way bus ticket to Toronto. But is that where she is really heading? Maybe it's a stop on the way, or maybe it's entirely a false trail to fool the police. If you recall, Esme Prince went into Alexis's office and snatched up the Invader corporate credit card out of her desk. And Esme was searching flights out of Port Charles, but she never entered the destination city into the online search because that's when Kevin Collins interrupted her and she had to shut the laptop. After a brief chat where he's playing really nice, she clocked him in the head, knocked him out, and then took off. And Chase found the letter from Esme's former nanny that she left behind. And then the cops discovered that she had purchased this bus ticket to Toronto. Well, let's not forget, Esme is very well traveled. She knows how to get around. She's got experience. So this Toronto trip could be her leading the police astray. Maybe she bought a bus ticket, but then didn't get on the bus, or got on and hopped off at the first stop and just walked away. They don't keep track of who gets off and on the bus. They don't care. Remember, the police asked Alexis if anything else was missing, and she said she didn't know because they wouldn't let her into her office. So that means Alexis doesn't know that the company credit card is missing. So I wonder if Esme already bought a plane ticket to Paris with the card. You know, she could head to Toronto with plans to fly to Europe from there because she won't be a fugitive in Canada. It'll take them a minute to get her onto a no-fly list that would apply to another country's, immigration and border patrol, stuff like that. Or, maybe Esme bought that bus ticket to lead them astray, and then she bought a plane ticket leaving from another airport, and she headed that way instead. So here's what we know. Esme wants her baby back, and she also wants revenge on Trina Robinson and Spencer Cassadine. We also know that Spencer is going to be off screen for a while. And there's a big leak that hints that Spencer may leave Trina while they're in Paris. I'm certain he wouldn't ever just take off of his own free will. So this leak says Spencer leaves a note for Trina saying he's gone off to find his dad and Ace Cassadine because he's so worried about his little brother. I mean, that's plausible. Trina might actually believe that. So the spoilers for early 2024 that came out at New Year also said there was a big climax coming to the Spencer, Trina, and Esme story in February. We also know Nicholas Chavez, who plays Spencer, is off the GH set. He's on a whole nother set working on his Netflix series. He took a 2-month leave of absence from the ABC soap opera. So if he's kidnapped by Esme, or if she lures him away in Paris, then he can stay off screen. Trina can have scenes. She can go home without him, whatever the storyline dictates to cover his absence from the soap. I just feel like Esme's usually pretty careful, and her leaving that letter there is basically a flashing red arrow pointing to Toronto, and that seems pretty sloppy to me. So it could very well be a red herring. You remember the whole letter itself might even be a fake, because last we saw nanny Maggie, she was over in the UK. Remember, Sam and Dante found her working at a pub in Devon, England. That was on Valentine's Day last year, 2023. Maggie stunned Sam and Dante because she was the one who told him Ryan Chamberlain was Esme's dad. And once she answered their questions, we just have to wonder if Maggie just stayed put in England or if she ran off. When Sam and Dante first showed up asking questions, she grabbed money out of the till at the pub, called in sick, and was making plans to get on the train to London to run and avoid them. But then Dante and Sam came back and they cornered her. So maybe she just was like, okay, drama over, and she just stayed in the UK. I'm absolutely confident that Esme could fake a letter from Maggie and leave it lying around for the police to find. And we know the PCPD is not exactly a brain trust. Sherlock Holmes is not working there. I suspect Esme Prince could absolutely outsmart the police. So we'll just have to wait and see. But with danger promised in Paris for Trina and Spencer, to me, that sounds like Esme is hot on their trail. She already knows they're going to Paris because Trina told Esme all about their big plans, and she just wanted to make it clear to Esme that they're happy and have a future together. But I don't think Trina filling Esme in on these plans was a good idea, especially not in hindsight. Plus, if you remember, Spencer told everybody he got a place in the Latin Quarter in Paris. Meanwhile, Trina is staying in the dorms for the Sorbonne. And Spencer mentioned that he's been to Paris many times. Well, what if he has been there with Esme in the past? Remember, they used to travel around and do exotic and fun things before they came to Port Charles and started wreaking havoc. So Esme might know exactly what part of Paris that Spencer would choose to stay. She might know many of his favorite places there as well. You know, Paris is a big, big city, but Esme might be able to pinpoint Spencer's location simply because of his habits and preferences that she knows very well. Worst case, Esme could go over to the Sorbonne, watch for Trina, follow her, and that would lead her to Spencer. We'll see how it goes, and we'll hopefully get some more General Hospital February sweeps spoilers soon. Sweeps kicks off next Thursday, February 1st. We're going to have scenes of Spencer and Trina in Paris this Friday, the 26th, and I believe they did shoot some scenes ahead that they're going to spread out to cover part of Nicolas Chavez's leave of absence while he films for Netflix. All right, so what do you guys think? Do you think Esme left a false trail of breadcrumbs that the police are following and gobbling up while she's heading in another direction altogether? I mean, Esme might reach Paris about the same time that Trina and Spencer do if she hit the airport instead of the bus station. Keep watching to see what happens. Definitely drop your comments on this twist, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And be sure to come back soon because we are here talking GH 7 days a week. And as always, it's Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.